I cannot stress this enough. Time is one of the most valuable things in life, and it is extremely scarce. Now, people constantly run out of time and they always complain that they are not having enough. But if you watch this video and implement the 3 exploits that I'm going to teach you guys, you're going to see a difference in the time that you have free and available. Now, the purpose of this video is that if you guys use these different techniques, you will get a competitive edge amongst the rest of the competition. Now, if you're watching this video and hoping that I'm some kind of wizard and can help you guys slow down time, then you're watching the wrong video. I live in the real world and I'm going to show you guys 3 different hacks that you can use to improve your time management, and that way you can free up more time. Let's start with exploit number 1. Avoid multitasking and stop prioritizing. Too many people nowadays think that they should multitask and they can manage to do more work at the same given time. However, that cannot be further from the truth. Not only a lot of you don't manage to get the work done, but you do it at even a less quality of standard. If you are currently doing those tasks while multitasking, it clearly shows that those tasks do not hold any significant value. It means that those tasks do not have priority and you should not be focusing your attention doing those in the first place. These given tasks are quite literally just there to divert your attention from what you need to be doing. You're distracting yourself by doing these pesky little tasks that hold absolutely no value and make your day less productive. So let's take a different approach and see exactly what we mean by this. If at the end of the day you look at all of these small insignificant tasks that you manage to complete while multitasking, then you can still see that at the end of the day you have wasted the day completely. This day could not have made you progress towards anything that you wanted to achieve in life, and that day is completely went to waste. Even though you've completed so many different series of tasks that you thought while you were managing to do and while multitasking, you can at the end of the day clearly state that day you were not productive at all. However, on the contrary, if you only focused on the 2 or 3 main tasks that you had to complete on that given day, you could still call it a successful day if you managed to do those up to standard. Remember that it's not all about quantity, but rather the quality of the work that you're doing and how significant it is on the greater picture. And if you manage to do less tasks that hold more value, you've just freed up a whole lot of time. Now let's look at the second exploit, being able to reel yourself in when you start wandering off. Now this is completely normal and it happens to absolutely all of us, whether you've just started your journey or you're all the way towards the end of it and you're almost at mastery. Our thoughts are always running at 100 miles an hour, no matter who you are. You're constantly thinking about 100 different things and your mind is playing all of those thoughts out constantly, non-stop. It's inevitable for you to be thinking about something and your mind drifts off, but you need to be able to realize that that's happening at an early stage so you can reel yourself back in. Now, this mainly happens when you lose concentration and focus at the task at hand. If you've been focused on a given task for a certain period of time, you're going to start wandering off, and you need to realize when that happens and catch yourself before you go too far astray. Think about the analogy of a fisherman casting his line. If he lets that line loose and play out for a long time, it takes a lot longer for him to reel it in rather than him trying to bring it in straight away. And that is the exact same way with your mind. The longer you decide to wander off and doze, the longer it will be and harder for you to bring yourself back into the mode. Now, it is extremely simple to cut this out very easily, and all you need to do is recognize how these occur and cut it straight away. And the most simple way of doing that is in your spare time that you freed up, learn to meditate and always be in control of your mind. As soon as you recognize the habits or the triggers that are showing signs of this happening, you bring it out and you cut it straight away. Ultimately, this means less time wasted wandering off and daydreaming, and more time free for you to be able to use on whatever you want to be doing. Finally, exploit 3, and this is more to do with preferences rather than anything else. You need to figure out what type of work or learner you are in regards to your time zone. Now, what I mean by this is whether you're an early bird or a night owl. Now, this may seem extremely simple and nonsensical at face value, but it is extremely important. Personally, from my own past experiences, I can confidently say that I'm a night owl and I work a lot better during late hours. The majority of the videos that I'm recording at the studio are probably past 12 o'clock, like this one. It is currently 1 a.m. as I'm recording this video because I tend to manage to do more work at night than I do in the morning. You need to figure out what works best for you. And when I say you need to figure out, I don't mean you just think about it and say, oh yeah, I'm a morning person, so I'm just going to wake up in the mornings, if that's not the case. And vice versa, if you're not able to work at night because you find yourself getting too tired or sluggish, don't force the fact that you're a night owl. Make sure that you wake up in the mornings and you do all of the work that is necessary. And that's not to say that if I'm a night owl, I'm not going to be doing any work in the mornings. Let's take today for an example. When I woke up at 9 a.m., I decided to smash out all of the work that I needed to complete yesterday, which I didn't manage to do. And once I started making my way through all of the work that was prioritized, I realized that it's getting towards the hours where I'm becoming less efficient. And that's when you put a stop to those and you come back to at nighttime where I'm going to be more effective. You need to understand and realize that you need to work constantly, whether it's morning or night. However, make sure the work that you need to spend more effort and time and focus harder on, you do it at your preferred time. That way you're going to achieve more effective results. At the end of the day, time doesn't stop for anyone, and all you can do is help manage your time best. If you take away these 3 tactics, you're going to be able to do that very effectively. There are tons and tons of other ways that you can manage time, and I'm sure the rest of the people will let you guys know some of their ones in the comments below. So make sure you read those if you get the chance. And that means if you are watching this video, make sure to drop a comment down below and don't leave it at 0 comments. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you found this video useful, and we'll see you guys next week.